Alright, I'm Live Dream. How about you?
I'm also live. I've just been eating spaghetti.
Ah, that's delicious. Alright, so you wanna start or what?
Yep. I will start us off. So, it is the same map as it was before. Cockfights. I don't actually know what the map's actually called. Someone just told me cockfights, so that's what I call it now.
Niakala. Niakala.
Oh, Niakala. Thank you. Glad someone here knows what they're doing. Anyway, moving on to the actual important stuff. This is the same teams. It's Azerbaijan versus CHVK, but in more interesting news, it is Pierce versus Kilo. Those are our two commanders for today.
All right.
So, can you tell me which side is which?
Looks like
commander
Kilo
side.
is...
So which one is Pierce doing? Which one's Kilo doing?
Yeah, so Kilo is blue 4, Pierce is op 4.
Okay, well, we'll start with Op 4's assets. So, as you may not have been here last week, or you may have been, who knows, each commander get a choice of a special sort of thing they get to use. This week's Op 4 has a choice between a UAZ SPG-9 or FPV-AT drone or Gazvodnik KPVT and an Mi-8 PK team, an unarmed Mi-8 or another Gazvodnik KVPT. So they get a choice of those.
So it's like we see an Mi-8, and then what's the other choice that they went with?
UAZ SPG-9 or an FPV-AT drone or a Gazvodnik.
Alright, well, I do see an armed Gazvodnik in the back of the convoy here, so I'm assuming that's what they chose, because I'm not seeing an SPG-9 or anything else for Pierce's side.
Well, I would take an SPG-9. I don't know why you wouldn't. Anyway, continuing on, in terms of the other assets, they have 4 unarmed Gazvodniks and 2 UAZ 315s.
That's fair.
In terms of their special teams, they have 1 heavy AT team and 1 assault pioneer team.
Gotcha.
Moving on to Blue 4's assets, they get a commander selection of an M6 light mortar or an AR2 drone. Also, this was an interesting one. They have 3 SUV 4x4 miniguns.
Yeah.
Which you weren't here for it, but they used those, I think, about 2 weeks ago in FNF, and I think it caused a genuine argument because those things are unkillable.
Well, there was also a... they did put one of them in a high command round. I think it was one of Pierce's rounds, actually. No, it wasn't one of Pierce's rounds. It was Pierce's. The first week. I could have sworn they put one in.
But they put one into FNF, and apparently it changed everything. Trust me, you missed this, and it's probably good you missed this because the downfall was incredible.
Amazing. Well, for Blue 4, I do see some scoped 5.56s as well for some ACRs, but sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to move on to they have 7 more SUVs unarmed. In terms of their special teams, they have a sniper team, a heavy AT team. And now moving on to the objectives. So these are all timed from mission start. So controlling first, second, and third stop all are 1 point. Controlling the 4th and 5th are 2 points. And then controlling the scrapyard by the end of the game are 3 points. So to go into more, once mission starts, end of safe start, which is however long, the 10 minutes starts. So they have 10 minutes to capture the first stop point. And from there, they have 20 minutes, so, you know, it's constant.
Where's the first stop point?
I don't know. I think it's one of the purple ones.
Yes.
Is there no purple?
Yes, there's purple zones for me too, but which one? Because if we're doing a rush, we need to know which one's which.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. They haven't done that.
What do you mean?
I'm going to they haven't numbered it on this map either. So this map is what they're seeing is what we're seeing.
So the players don't even know. Also, round started.
So I'm imagining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in a line to the scrapyard.
Well, that wouldn't make much sense because Blue 4 is closest to the southern one, and Op 4 is all the way on the northern side.
Has HK made much sense? From the time
I'm going to retract my statement. You're absolutely right. Anyway. So
I think what it's meant to do is it's meant to give Blue 4 the upper hand at the start, but Red 4 have the ability to defend 3 more points. So it's not necessarily a rush. It does turn into more of an attack/defend. It just depends on where Red 4 are going to station their units. Are you going to put everything on scrapyard to get those 3 points? Are you going to go on 4 or 5, which I can only imagine is Mike's place and the bridge? Because then Blue 4 can only get 3 points, where you get, what was it, 2, 4, 7 points.
So let's put it like this then. Blue 4, oh gosh, I just saw an SUV spin out. Blue 4's first objective is the one closest to them. The second one is that bridge. The third one is nearby Fresh Fish. The fourth one's Mike's place. Fifth one is that northern bridge. And then the sixth one and finale is the scrapyard.
Yeah, I think the only reason I think that is because that's sort of the line it follows. And scrapyard obviously being the final objective, which runs out after 60 minutes, because that's mission time, is the, you know, the important one. So I think...
So... Just real quick, each of these smaller zones are worth 1 point. How much is the scrapyard worth?
Scrapyard is worth a total of 3 points.
Okay.
4th and 5th stop are 2 points. Everything
gotcha.
else is 1 point.
So Blue 4 getting initial 1 points, but 2 points for the other 2, and then scrapyard is 3. So
yeah, I think this encourages Red 4 to put on a defense.
Right.
But it seems like the SUVs
you already see that
so much more tired.
Yeah, Blue 4 is already trying to rush ahead to get to further zones up north to try to beat out Op 4, as Op 4 is, I guess, going right down the MSR to try and hit these zones here. We also have the MI8 that's landed ahead. It's picked a kind of an interesting spot to land. I was expecting it to be closer to some of the zones, but this one's just kind of more in the middle of everything.
So it seems... Is Pierce gonna go back? I guess, yeah, Pierce is gonna fly back with it, but then they're gonna use this.
Yeah, there are a few people still back at base, so maybe he's gonna do a second run, but let me go ahead and name everyone off here. So we already have named Kilo and Pierce as Blue 4 and Op 4 commands, respectively. Kilo commanding Blue 4 with Curie, Mika, and Gregory under him. Blue 4's teams consist of the following people: Settlers, very cool guy. Koenigsegg, I'm just gonna call him Gemera. Zahir and Ukrainiak. We got Lolo leading Wonder, Racex, Indrasoluble, Misano, Django, and Matt. We've got Nanard leading Lewis, Bulg, Oliver, Doctor, and Delta. We've got Skylix leading Rizbo, Aznor, and Kevlar. We've got Alexander leading Lolo, Sam, and Seismo. We got BJ leading Flux, Zoni, and Korvac. We've got Nemesis leading Azariah, Flying Finn, Iander, Malin, and Cullis. We got Kermit leading Kevin, Ezio, and Cheeseburger. We got Nicholas leading Weeman, Nick, and Aaron, and that is all for Blue 4. Op 4, we got Pierce with Eric Kiru as a platoon medic with them. Otherwise, we have Henry leading T, Nuzzy, and Fonz. We got Snodgepair leading Nolik, Wikifin, and Pupper. We've got Oddball leading Whiteside, Morgan, and Killer. We got Samuel leading Marcus and Gonzalez. We got Ilbanek leading Sixor and Aja. We got Zicky leading Fury, Brewer, and Beast. We got NASA leading Banks, Rigel, and Depso. We got Bluck leading Ibno Main, Roy DeCamper, and Ash. We got Zixme leading Shay, Major Khan, and Demovar. And we got Twig Kane leading Crazy, Skeeta, and Camred. And then Pogo, I think, is just taking a permanent Zeus role as Green 4, but it would be funny to watch him die. But he's kind of in his own little corner, not really doing much. Axel, thanks for a 22-month resub. It is Pierce playtime, buddy. And we've got a really weird defense set up by Pierce, but Blue 4 is already trying to rush ahead to get to the final objectives before Op 4 can even get there. Not really sure what I'm seeing in terms of the actual objective, but in the next 6 minutes, we'll see the first zone cashed in again. This zone's worth 1 point in the first 10 minutes. Then we have the next zone worth 1 point. Third zone's worth 1 point. Again, cashed in the 10, 20, and 30 minutes respectively. Then the 40 and the 50-minute markers, these zones are worth 2 points. And then the scrapyard cashed in at the end of the round is worth 3.
So this is really interesting here. You said it about Pierce's play. He decided to go a little bit south from Fresh Fish and use like a bulk of his forces to maybe play a forward, like, attacking role. But my question is, why don't you just play it safe? I know it's Pierce, but why don't you just play it safe and land north of Fresh Fish, and then you have easy access to 2 of the points? I get they don't, you know, there's no point in holding them now because
you've already answered your question though, because it's Pierce.
Yep, fair enough.
Interestingly enough, we have Demovar triple timing it to the town over here. Major Khan behind him. But I want to say real quick, Op 4, oh, Beast just died.
Oh,
he drowned. With Sixor, they climbed the rock, Sixor got stuck under the rock, and Beast died.
They're drowning.
And Sixor is also going to drown.
Rest in peace.
That is amazing.
Good start.
They couldn't even cross a freaking river properly.
Who's behind them? He's behind. Demovar has.
What?
Demovar has joined Blue 4.
What?
Demovar
oh my God! No. Oh my god. He threw a grenade too? Are you... He got 4 kills off of that.
Oh God, he actually did. He became part of them and then...
And then just...
betrayed them.
Yeah. That's...
He killed 4
This is the
people
type
and
of
then
stuff
he
I
killed-
live
he
for
took
in
out
PvP,
Beatrix
not
2
gonna
pretty much,
lie.
And then Delta 4 as a single squad.
Yeah.
But that is an entire Blue 4 squad just wiped out because they were just there behind them.
You got Major Khan with a 338 sniper rifle. I guess they were going to be a sniper team and try to set up in that town, but they ended up running right in front of everyone. So Major Khan might be in a good position to pick people off. The rest of Op 4 are transitioning from the position where they landed, going around up north on the forested side. Now they'll be able to try to cut off some of Blue 4 as they hunker down and try to figure out where they're being engaged from, not realizing that was a single scout. So Pierce's luck.
Recon literally about to come in on the side of this
And
entire
I was going to bring that up. I would say Scandy Recon is not that big of... Oh, we have Blue 4 blue on blue in here. They're not that big of a player in this game. Yes, they're normally a big fish. I'm not saying they're not a big fish here. They're paired with Papega on Blue 4. But on Op 4, we've got Ilbanek. We've got Brewer. We've got Ziki and Zixme. We got Shay. We got players that have been getting really, really good multi-kills in the previous HK rounds, because you got to remember, all the stats in HK are being tracked, so we know who the better players are at the moment. And I'd say normally having Scandy and Papega together is a death sentence for the other team, like 4 out of 5 times. With this one, we've got really good players on the other side too, so it all cancels each other out.
Hopefully I'm able to get this in before the fighting starts. I will go. As normal, as Liru has somehow correctly predicted, Ziki is the best player at the current standings. Ziki with 26 kills and 6 deaths.
Roy DeKemper spots Azariah, and Scandy is getting engaged. Roy DeKemper, though, gets folded by Flying Finn and Nemesis. Follow-up shots going over, grenades going over, but now NASA is bringing his guys up, and NASA's guys are no slews either. They're very...
No, and they've got, look at the
No, they're no sleuzes either. Whatever, they're good. They're good players is what I'm trying to say.
They're good players. They're no.
We basically have the Prime from OFCRA and the Prime from FNF fighting right now. NASA now getting into shots, tries to get Cullis, but Malin falls up, only for Malin to get taken out by Bluck. And a grenade also takes Cullis out from NASA. Bluck immediately gets dropped by Flying Finn, though, and you see these guys evenly trading. That just shows their skill level here. So like I said, they're just going to cancel each other out at this point. Banks getting confused, trying to see where he was engaging. Might have been engaging Ivnomain on accident, because he wasn't really in a spot to engage anyone else. Got Nemesis now trying to do a wide flank, but Op4's already doing that wide flank to try to counter him. Rizbo's found Demovar's body, puts more shots onto him. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that Az spotted Ash out in the open, but they're starting to envelop them now. It is... So actually, here's a big thing that you also missed, because I think you left after the... Yeah, you didn't do second round.
Yeah, I usually only do rounds 1 and 2 for FNF.
No, I'm talking about high command. You only did 1 round last week, didn't you?
Oh, right, yeah, I might have... No, last week I did both rounds. It had to have been the week before then.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. No, it must have been last week then. I might just be going insane then. There was a big sort of like discussion over medical settings.
Azariah freaking out and shooting Iander.
So just to say, medical settings have been changed. People will no longer tank 3. Like, what was happening is people were tanking 3 or 4 bullets and not going down, but now that's changed to hopefully balance it out. So we'll see if it has. See, people seem to be going down a lot easier this time.
Yep. Hey Ham, how you doing? No, slooches. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I think I said slews on accident. All right, Depso now coming around. Azariah trying to medic Iander, but I think that's kind of stalled Scandy's movement here.
Yeah, Nemesis is looking the wrong way. And first objective is completed. Blue 4 have captured.
Yeah, but Op 4 do have a team down here ready to go. It's Twig King's force, and they're very good at interdicting, so we'll see if they even get the ambush set properly.
Az gets Iander back up. Here's Depso.
Depso spots and eliminates Iander.
Is Nemesis gonna see him?
Oh, Depso's running right into him. And there goes Depso. Yeah, you can tell they definitely knocked down medical a little bit. People are just getting 2 or 3 tapped here.
And
there's the double tap, yep.
There was actually, there was a thing last week where someone like triple tapped. I don't think Climax, you remember Matt Marine?
Flying Fin trying to get shots on Arakiru, but Ivno main spots him and takes him out. Go ahead.
Someone got Mac Marine last week triple tapped someone in the head with his pistol after he downed them and he didn't die. So that was one of the biggest.
And
things.
then he woke back up. Yeah, no, I agree. That was a really bullshit call.
So now we're sort of that's where we're at, and I think from early looking at it now, I think it's a lot fairer. But here comes Ivno. It's going to be Ivno versus Az.
Right on, and Ivno got the first shot, but Azariah was consistent in his hits, managed to get a headshot or a torso shot. Rigel, though, toaster, chest shot, but Rigel immediately gets the tap. But as I was saying, these guys are just going to cancel each other out, and that is exactly what they did in this scenario. They literally went body to body, player to player here. And you got Nemesis now getting spotted by Rigel and getting taken out.
So I'm looking at this. The force that captured the first objective have now abandoned to gone north to maybe support the team. So it seems maybe Blue 4 are just going for a all eggs in one basket, go for the highest count, the highest scoring points.
By the way, Blue 4 picked the mortar. I see it deployed with the northern group, so they might just try shelling some of the defensive objectives.
Oh, that's a good idea. The good thing
that would
here
be a 60 millimeter, yeah.
Good thing here for Red 4 is that they don't have anyone on any of the objectives. They're all standing off them. Also, Whiteside is drowning. I don't know how he made it there. And also went down, but
Major Khan just got a kill with the 338.
I forgot about Major Khan. Yeah, you haven't.
And Op4 deployed another group to the south here to walk them in. That's a bit far, but I can understand they're trying to be defensive. It's Pierce flying that helicopter, so he's going to be very tactical with his deployments here. The trading off with Scandi and the OFCRA players kind of stalled them, so they weren't able to move in. That's giving Blue 4 a little bit of time to move.
Is Nemesis and Marlon the only two left? They're both down. Marlon's been down for about 5 minutes now. Nemesis is
that's funny, Shark.
Waking up. So
I'm gonna give a few weeks on that game to let the servers calm down and then try it.
And now Rizba and Nanard probably
literally everyone on my friends list is playing
for
it.
Support over the net. Anyway, going back. Feel free to interrupt me if something important happens. But anyway, yeah, going back to Ziki, he has 26 kills, 6 deaths, and a 4.33 KDR. And following up is Ilbanek. 17 kills, 6 deaths, KDR of 2.83. And then third is Cheeseburger.
There's Ilbanek.
With 16 kills and 6 deaths with a 2.67 KDR. So it's
Again, I'm not surprised with those names. Those are some heavy hitters from OFCRA, and OFCRA are the administrators for this event, or at least that's where the staff are coming from. I think technically it's the 19th, which are administrating the event. That's what NASA's group is a part of, but I just know them from their overall blanket communities, because it's hard to keep track of like every single community that brings 4 or 5 people in events that will go into the hundreds. So
yeah. So here's an interesting one. The top community, in terms of because it is done by games won rather than kills within the community. It's quite surprising who the top community is, and I'm actually very happy because it's my old community, Zeus, with 6 games won, 2 games lost, and this will make you giggle. 11 kills, 15 deaths, 2 team kills. Whereas the second team, same games won, games lost, they have 41 kills, 37 deaths, 1 team kill, and double the members.
All right, we have some double tapping by Ivno main. Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't really consider the win-to-loss ratio of the communities, because the communities don't really have a say. That's purely the commander skill. You got to look at the KDs.
Yeah, I don't think it should
as a better metric.
Games won.
Yeah.
I think it should, community specifically should be measured in kills.
Games won should only be measured for the actual commanders themselves. Yeah. Communities, it's moot because high command is a major focus on what the commanders do in situations they're not going to find in OFCRA, TBD, FNF, or WOG. So
yeah, so to say
that's just my 2 cents.
No, you're right. I don't think it should be done by games won, games lost. I think it should be done by kill deaths, because CZ SK, Ilbanek and Ziki's group are 4-4 in games won, games lost, but they have 55 overall kills. And the next closest from I can see is 43 with Tasba. So it's like, I think while obviously the groups they won, that's good.
So
You
we're
know,
seeing an
they
encirclement
deserve
start
to be up there
go
for
right
the
there,
amount of
the
games they
sports might
won.
go
I
around.
don't think it corresponds properly into the best community, because
Yeah.
if looking at this, CZSK are the
So
at the top.
there's two other things I want to do. One is a quick in-game thing, just a note on the positioning. Blue 4 seem to be poised outside of the final objectives that are worth more points. Op 4 seem to now be going for the objectives that are worth less points. But we might see Op 4 in this encirclement do some really, really nice multi-killing before they start transitioning to the other groups and just shifting to defense. I just hope Pierce eventually realizes he will need to focus on scoring the objectives instead, and if he doesn't get into contact for a lot, he might be outplayed. But your thoughts?
My thoughts are that you are right. Blue 4 are definitely trying to steady themselves for bigger points, but the issue with that is if there's going to be no fighting in between, there's going to be no war of attrition. There's going to be no There's going to be no penalty on.
It's going to be about who basically
forces.
gets in the sector first and is able to hold it at that point.
I think Red 4 have way more of a chance of getting into those sectors, and even if they don't, they have way more of a chance of winning those sectors, because Blue 4 are going to be so complacent.
I disagree, because I think Blue 4 is going to end up being more desperate to actually get on the board towards the later half if Op 4 keeps them from the smaller objectives, so you might see them just charge in and immediately set up, whereas Pierce is more tactical.
Yeah, but
And
that could also go horribly wrong.
Right, but
done and many more months
there's
to
nothing
go.
I can really
Shooting
predict
for
for
that
Pierce.
100
We both know
month
that.
mark.
Like, the
Let's
man
make it
is literally unpredictable, and that's what I love about him. But at the same time, that's why things will either horribly blow up in his face, which is usually what happens, or he'll have something like this, where he perfectly predicted Blue 4's plan and is properly countering it.
Yeah.
I remember last time when he, my favorite example of a Pierce op was World War II FNF a few years ago, where he decided, I'm not going to play defense on this objective, I'm going to put 2 squads out on this obscure part of the map, because I have a feeling they're going to send their entire player base through there in a convoy without proper escort.
I remember.
And the man was right, and he literally wiped his opponent with a perfect ambush, and I was screaming about that, because I'm like, there's no fucking way that Blue 4 is going to do something this stupid. And then they did something that stupid, and Pierce just bitch slapped him back, and I'm like, all right, that's official. Pierce is literally the Pierce play. That's what I'm calling it.
This is, I was talking about it.
There is a VOD of that somewhere.
Just with a couple people.
You'd have to look up World War
Pierce
II
gets a lot of
FNF.
shit. And
Yes.
rightly so.
Yes.
Sometimes he does some stupid things.
Yes.
But if I was to pick a commander to watch that would give me the most entertainment, Pierce is the first one I pick.
Real quick, Shay gets spotted by a Blue 4 group and gets taken out. Yes, I agree. Because with Pierce, you're going to be entertained.
It's
like,
time for the monthly Bezos
it's
bucks.
it's very rare that you're not. And I mean, I'm going to be honest. Last time we covered him, the first round of that was a bit of a snore fest, because he was doing a lot of maneuvering, and his opponent literally just turtled the objective. No, he turtled the objective, and his opponent did a really wide maneuver in. So I get that, but the other round was, I didn't even cover it because I was bored at that point, but you told me it was like an 8-minute rush play, and it was beautiful. Yeah. So I'm kicking myself for not covering that, but I didn't know. But again, most Pierce plays are amazing. We have the M134s now firing at the helicopter, and Pierce is jerking it aside. You gotta be careful, because that minigun can easily swat that helicopter down. He's taking some tail rotor hits, and just took another hit. But he's still going, Engine's still on.
Yeah, the funny thing is about that is I very nearly almost did just like go to
I'll do shout outs in a second.
And just like come back here right now. Just so you could catch it.
I know, right?
You were tired, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, like,
Yeah,
just
that round
sleep.
bored the hell out of me. That's why when I
just-
do HK, I'm trying to have coffee beforehand. Bloodwing made me some. She's great. I'll talk about her later. But look at that. Nanard and Rizbo have been knocked out by, I assume, Op4's advance here. So Op4 gets the second objective at the 20-minute mark. So now they're going to probably fold in and try to go for the third. Or Pierce might try to pick them up and move them manually, because that's a long distance to walk if they don't have a vehicle. But
I think they did. I think they got down there with a vehicle.
yep. All right. So that's good. But right now, scoreboard's 1-1, but that can dynamically change because as the objectives continue on, the points are worth more, and Blue 4 is in a better position to get the rear objectives. But I want to make a quick point about Helldiver servers because someone did mention, it was Part-Time Hobo, that the CEO for the game has even come out and said, hey, it's not a server-side capacity issue, it's a game client issue. He is 100% correct. And this is coming from a guy that's worked with Arma 3 since 2016. Because let me tell you, games that focus on live services and network stability, it's never a simple question of just increasing the server count. If I could just simply increase the server count to have larger ops, I would be hosting 100-player ops nearly every week. Because I love doing them, and they're a fun, unique challenge. The only other time I've been challenged that way is when I Zeus for the Black Templars. I loved it. It was great to, you know, stress myself. But when you put so many game clients on a server, the server literally cannot handle it. So the answer is not to add more game clients to the server. That just makes it worse. Because all the game clients have to render everything tied to them. And we also have Lewis getting right in front of, or Gregory parked a vehicle right in front of Lewis. And Lewis is in a rock.
Fonz is firing. Oh, he missed. He hit above, but managed to knock out.
Yeah, Zahir got knocked out.
Gregory has to start firing.
So you just got to be patient with it, guys.
Looking up.
But anyway, Killing Al, thanks for 79-month resub. Can't wait to see you in 21 months for the month 100. And Kensico, thanks for the 7-month resub. Hope you enjoy the ops. Hope you get a nice get out of this scenario. Oh my God. Henry doing blind suppression, managed to knock out Kilo and Aaron. Also gets Nicholas. Great suppression right there. And you see that people are just getting cut the hell down now, but more Blue 4 coming in.
Luis Gonzalez, Red 4 in the middle of all these Blue 4 is stuck in the rock.
Yeah, I know. I saw that earlier. He can't really do anything. But he was able to perfectly scout for that Blue 4 team right there. So it looks like he just got teleported out.
Did I hear that right? That have you been playing Helldivers?
I've tried twice, but every time I've tried, they've given me queue times of like over an hour to hour and a half, and I'm like, nah.
Have you ever thought about
I'm
getting
sorry.
a demon goat /
I
Satan
was
for
gonna get it.
The one time I tried, like the first time I saw it, I'm like, nah, all right, I don't have that much time. Second time I tried, I did some editing in the background, and then when it put me in, because I was processing footage, my computer couldn't handle it. So when I tabbed into the game, it immediately crashed and then re-queued me for another hour and a half. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait a few weeks, guys. Like Pal World had a massive amount of players playing, and by 2 to 3 weeks it dropped up. Helldiver gonna be the same thing. I'll play it when I get the chance. Anyway, Matt pushing Henry's position, trying to suppress him. Runs out of ammo. Henry gets up and bitch slaps him with that PKP. Nuzzy blindly firing at his friendlies, realizing it's friendly, but Nuzzy's in a really great position here. Could immediately get some kills.
And T's finished off. Oh, yeah, but Nuzzy's got that Scar H, which is single
Yeah.
fire. He's got the long-range scope on it, so he
Great white
has to
track, thanks for the
take
5-month
a
resub.
shot.
Demon Goat Saint Nop, we'll see, but
Which
nonetheless,
he
hope keep doing the awesome. Yeah, Ray 6 immediately looks up and taps him for that. Doesn't manage to get the double tap, but Op 4, I'm really worried about the QRF of Op 4 coming up for Blue 4's sake, because that is going to be able to envelop this position, which is what I was talking about earlier. Henry getting spotted by the 134 minigun.
Yeah, right, Red 4 is coming. And the last two, I'm surprised. I wonder if Blue Force and start
Henry
using
shoot,
that mortar.
or if you want to, guys, if you want to see that VOD I was talking about with Pearson, the World War II one, shoot me a message on Discord. I'll try to dig it up for you, okay?
1 point. Currently, it is 1-1.
Yep.
One to the northwest of it. Yard is worth 3 points.
Real quick, Henry's doing a last stand right here, but Blue 4 is blue on bluing. The minigun just knocked out Wonder. And Henry, he does have that PKP, so he isn't going to be able to hold his own here unless he gets caught out by that minigun, but he's got more Op 4 coming up. Henry knocks RaceX out just as Brewer comes up and gets another tap. Bassano now trying to cover. Unfortunately, Henry is sprayed down by that Romanian Eastern garrison. And Brewer also gets knocked out.
Henry got shot so hard
Wow.
he clipped into the rock for a second.
That's funny. But now we've got... Hold up. Zicky's coming up, showing us how good he is.
He's just taken out Aaron. He double tapped someone else. You've got Nicholas and Weeman on this side.
Aaron was already uncon, if I recall correctly. Gets another shot, more shots on Max out. He gets hit himself, throws a panic grenade. It's a smoke, though.
It's a smoke.
Switches to a frag. He uses the smokes to range. That frag's going to get Nicholas.
Oh,
And again,
Beast just went down, I think, by friendly fire.
I want to point out what Zicky did
Yeah,
right
he
there.
was.
He literally used a smoke grenade to see where his blind throw would go, and then he rearranged the frag grenade immediately and got it right on target. These are the conscious decisions players like Zicky make to get those multi-kills, and it's beautiful. Zixby gets knocked out.
Here. There's an absolute chance he just kind of accidentally threw a smoke, but...
Well, okay. The reason I bring it up is because Zicky does that. I've seen him do it multiple times over the years, so I'm bringing that up. It's not an accident. It's something he genuinely does.
Oh, bro, woke back up.
Yep, and he gets the knockout on Masano. And gets the double tap as well.
Yeah, Blue 4 have been picked apart in detail here. Like, it's just been like, Red 4 will have a good fight. Blue 4 will take them out.
Blue 4, you got to note this, though. Blue 4 still has some other teams in the AO, though. And Op 4, if they keep taking needless casualties, they could just lose out to attrition, which is ironic because Blue 4 is technically the attacker here. Zicky gets another drop. He's on 3 kills now.
4 if you count the down guy, Aaron.
Aaron was already downed in the initial engagement. Yeah, he and another guy got knocked out and he never woke back up. So we need to see if this one Blue 4 defense here, Ukrainiak, Jerma, Settler's a very cool guy, and Gregory hiding with the 134. They need to pick off as many Op 4 as they can here. But as I say that, we see one Blue 4 guy get picked off. That was Jerma. Gregory trying to put the 134 up, but Aja has the PKP. He could penetrate. It'll be difficult, but he could penetrate into that miniguns SUV.
I think I was just focusing on getting onto tree line before trying to do anything. Honestly, if I'm Blue 4 here, I'm getting in the SUV and just either running circles around Red 4, just firing into them because, you know, that's a minigun, or I'm running and I'm just moving to support my teams up north.
Yep.
As I think Ukraine EC just went down.
Oh, Gregory gets out as Aja spots him. Aja's gonna get the drop. And Gregory, isn't able to get away, and Aja sprays him down with that PKP. Settler now running up. He heard the gunfire. He's the last man here. Aja getting the double taps.
Red 4 are going to be more than happy to have a fucking minigun Vic.
I'm just worried he's going to get blue on blue, or in his case, red on red, for trying to drive that out before it's properly called out. But looking at Blue 4's remaining numbers here versus Op 4, I think Op 4 is in a pretty good state here. Gregory, I've been deployed.
Just decided to run, which can't really blame him for.
I do have a POG highlight compilation I need to release that has Freddy Fazbear in it.
What?
Sorry, someone brought up a quote of Gregory, I've been deployed, which is from an FNF game with Star Fazbear, whatever the heck his name is, but I've been a little behind on my YouTube uploads because I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube. They throttle everything I upload, and I'm just kind of sick of them. But at the same time, I know you guys want content. It's like an abusive ex. But anyway.
Jesus.
Yeah, reminds me of my ex from high school. Had abusive little shit. But anyway, at this point, Settler, the one issue Settler has is Op 4 are eventually go up to that next objective, because those two, the one at Mike's place and the one at the bridge, are worth double the points of the previous ones. It's 1, 2, and then the final objective's 3. But I feel like Blue 4 are just going to be defeated in detail at this rate, unless we see some really good PvP from the remaining Blue 4 players. But let me look. We got Kermit, Kremit. I'm going to keep calling him Kermit till the day I die. Cheeseburger, you said, was the 3rd best, so he's on Blue 4. Ezio's also pretty good. Kevin's pretty good. Kremit's pretty good. We do have Papega Pirates players still alive on Conrad 2. We've got my guys, Sam, Lolo, Alexander, Seismo, and then we have Curie still alive, and Settler, who's holding off. But, I mean, they're fighting some of Op 4's cream of the crop. Brewer, Beast, Zicky. I mean, it's going to be a tough fight.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for him.
Like, I can't really base anything on merit right now because both sides just have really, really good players. So again, for those of you that are new, how High Command works is there's 2 rounds and then a potential sudden death round if they tie up. It's not based off of who wins the round. It's based off of whoever occurs more points between the 2 rounds. And if there is somehow a tie, then there's a 5v5 3rd round sudden death, which it honestly should just be the commander and then 4 people he handpicks from his own community, in my opinion. But
oh no, yeah, no, it's A lot of the time they will pick their own community, but it is Commander and 4 players of his choice from his team still there. Looking at it, so at the moment scores are one point each side. It's about to be 2-1 in Op4's favor.
It is 2-1 because they just got the objective cash out there.
There you go. If Blue 4 manage to hold these 2 objectives in the last, 20 minutes, which I doubt they will, because look at this Red 4-4's about to make their way up to Mike's place, and you've only got Settler in there. I
don't want to hype this up because normally 9 out of 10 times it's a wet towel, but Blue 4 do have a mortar. And if they somehow, gosh,
yeah, okay.
Well, it was Falcon, or what was that other player's name who used to be an FNF staff member that we haven't seen in a while, and then he came back for a few weeks and left again, who was a really good mortar player too? What was his name?
Fucking SL Dream, I don't know.
No, that guy's trash.
Yeah, fair.
God,
I am trash. I can't fucking use it. I know who you're talking about, but
I know T5 Bay was also pretty decent with it, but there was another guy, and God, I feel so mad right now because I used to talk to him all the time.
Strack?
Was it Strack? No.
No, and he never really played. Well, he did, but he mainly played late.
No, he was an early player, and he was also really decent with the mortar. And I'm kicking myself right now because I can't remember, because I deal with so many people that if I don't deal with someone directly for a few months. Stark! That was it, yeah. Stark. Yeah, no, he was a great PvPer as well, but, I mean, he was also a god with the mortar, too.
Yeah.
4IBJ Stark, exactly. Speaking of, mortars are firing.
Yeah, mortars are firing.
And they look partially accurate here. They're not on the biggest group, but if these are ranging shots... Wait, all right. It's arcing down. Hold up. This could be big. I think they're going to go over range shoot, but they're going to be right behind where Op4 is. They're over range, though. They're going for the next objective. That's why. They're just trying to mortar it early. But they were...
They have their own teammate in there.
The thing is, though, if they range that mortar with the defensive garrison and see what's coming up to them, and they're able to do call by fire, they could get a massive multi-kill on Op4 and potentially turn the tide. But now you've got...
Hiding in the vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
Regal Days on 4 kills.
And he's hiding perfectly in the back. They're not going to see him unless they go in front of the Vic, which they very well could try. It's not a BTR, so they can't just shut the front door and, like, completely play dead. So if someone looks into it, they will see him and hit him. I could have sworn you could sit in the back part, though, since it's a transport one, but I think he's also doing that to see if he can move. And he's decided to drive. That's why.
Side just decided it was game over for him. And now that is a signal for Korvac.
Low thanks for the 18-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, buddy. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Ah, yes, it is him, the Phantom Vehicle Driver. I don't know. From here, I think Blue 4's only real chance is having that garrison hold against Op4 and start mortaring. Yeah, you got Morgan running in here. I mean, this could at least tell Op4 that they're starting up. But again, I don't want to hype anyone up here, but I think Blue 4's final tell is going to be the PvP skills of Pepega Pirates.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I've seen Pepega pull crazier miracles. No, actually, compared to this round, this would be one of their miracles that they can pull. But I feel like if Op4 trickles their forces in, that's going to give perfect standing for Pepega to pick people off. Morgan's going to be the first. He's going to get picked off. That's going to put Blue 4 in the zone, and then the rest are just going to be slowly picked off here. We just need to see Pepega really go on both looting and constantly staying mobile in this defensive environment.
So he's either just sitting here because he thinks there's no one here and he's going to cap it, or he doesn't quite realize. But the way he's kind of just crawling up to Alexander is not filling me with...
Well, he does have an LR, though, so he could also be scouting ahead for everyone, because we have seen Op4 already doing some scouting plays. That's what happened with Demovar in the beginning when he scored 4 kills and walked like right behind a Blue 4 squad. But I feel like if Op4 is given time to regroup on this position, that's going to be Blue 4's downfall. But if they keep trickling in like this, Blue 4 is going to get a pretty solid chance. And if they're able to coordinate that mortar strike as well, that's going to be devastating.
Indeed.
So we could see Blue 4 bounce back with a defeat on detail. But again, it's going to be up to Pepega and company to make that play. And I think Alexander's about to get spotted by Morgan here. He does. Alexander has no idea where Morgan is.
Yeah,
and we're
Morgan
about to
has a
see...
long range. I think Morgan is more input, you know, he's like...
He's also a marksman here. He's immediately calling that out on radio.
Is he gonna... Oh.
And the Northern Blue 4 element is just setting up a defensive position. They're not in the objective itself right now, which is a weird call, but... Kilo's also dead, by the way, so it's really, I think, Curie just stepping up to command at the moment.
Yeah. What I would say in that case is I think they're trying to cut them off before they try and make it, because what they probably know right now is that the main Red 4 force is at Mike's place, but they don't know about the rest. So they probably expect them to just come round and off. Also, Pierce isn't a helicopter around that area, so they might have heard him or seen him.
Well, I don't think Blue 4 know that Op 4 command is in the helicopter itself, but...
No, I know command, but, you know, they could just imagine that people are being dropped off.
Right,
there.
well, they at least know there's an Op 4 helicopter in position that's moving forces in. Here's what I'm a little worried about. Twig King
Here it goes.
is a pretty solid player when he deals with these small team shenanigans calls, and they know that Blue 4's in here, so he's not going to be blindly led into an ambush. So...
You know, I think it's done really well here. I think it's Morgan. I think Morgan just not shooting and staying still.
Oh, no, I think that was a great call. So he didn't, you know, cause a communication issue and let the teams kind of figure things out. Instead, he's properly coordinating with his forces to come in. Yes, they're still trickling in, but at least they're not walking into a blind ambush. So that was a great call by Morgan, and it's just going to make this Blue 4 attack that much more difficult. But at the same time, they're still, Op 4 still only trickling forces in. So I think there is a chance for Blue 4 to bounce back, but... the more time that passes, the more that Op 4 can kind of circle in on this objective, the tougher it's going to get. And we could also see Op 4 potentially listen in on that mortar and move up to it, but 60mm is pretty quiet. So if there's a gunfight going on and the mortar goes off, unless Caleb 2 really has their ears tuned to it, which it is Ilbenek's group, so they would hone in on that because they do have their frickin' Turtle Beaches sound turned up, you know? All those memes about having the best headset so they can hear footsteps and whatnot. Zony's being incredibly cautious, though, not checking his immediate right. Oh, gets walked on by Skeeta, and now everything's going to kick off. Blue 4 going to fold in that 3-man unit. Seismo and Flux folding in. Alexander looking inward as well. Oh my god, and then Flux gets immediately taken out by Skeeta. Massive upset of what I was predicting. But then again, Twig King's group, I mean, they're a wild card. They are the definition of a wild card in this community. They keep doing weird odd jobs, and they either get completely wiped, or they just take on a force 2 to 3 times their size and just completely wreck. There has really not been any in between. I haven't seen any even trades with them. And the thing is, this 4-man team is small enough so that Blue 4 folding forces in aren't going to easily be able to spot them, especially with this tree line. So that's just going to fold into Twig King's advantage, but BJ... his angle, he is not able to see anything here. Oh, gets Skeeta. Crazy might turn around. He does.
Cameron just got, what's his name?
Alexander, yep.
Yeah, Alexander, you got Seismo coming up the side here. Morgan might be able to
and Twig King turns around, gets BJ.
Oh, Morgan.
Morgan throws a blind grenade, doesn't really know, but there is a tree in the way, and it looks like the bushes in the tree were able to eat most of that shrapnel. Aja with the damn M134 minigun car. Seismo looking at it, but the top of the car is actually blocking his headshot. But Aja turns. And that car immediately folds back. And there goes the minigun, but it misses.
This is what
Crazy gets knocked out by Lolo.
By this thing is impenetrable. It has bulletproof glass on it.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
Oddball gets dropped by Camrad or Twig King. There was a little bit of red on red there, but that's just because there's another group folding in, and we're not even seeing any time for that mortar to start firing. M134 starts spraying. I can't tell if they just friendly fired or not, to be honest. I don't see a negative, but...
No, they didn't, but they were very close to.
Yep. Twig gets knocked out by Curie as Camrad's now pushing ahead. Twig, I guess, was running up trying to do stuff, but we just saw Curie get taken out. Seismo get knocked out by a grenade. Oh, this is comical. Now it's now down to Lolo. We see some blind spraying by Fury here with that PPSH.
Look,
you know,
if I'm Conrad 2, yep, and exactly what I'm saying, they're firing the mortars.
Yeah. But are they going to be accurate? That's the real question.
But this is the thing. It's really hard to not be accurate because it's in a valley.
Right.
Like, it's a very, very small valley, so they just have to...
There's the 40-minute. So previous objective's been taken. That garrison's going to start folding in. We'll see if those mortars are any good. They're either going to completely miss or hit perfectly. There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no between, and it looks like it might be pretty good.
Holy shit. Yes. And it did. Wow. Nothing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They were dead on,
nothing,
but it did absolutely nothing. That is... Wow.
But there's nothing scary.
Yeah, repeat fire mission at this point.
Tell you right now, I don't know if you've ever been in the middle of... Especially if it's player fired, it's just even scarier.
Op4 can hear where it's coming from the distance, though, so they might send something to go counter it, but for now...
Hey, I has gone really close to the previous splash zone. They're just trying to get their downed out of it. But it might not mean much. Oh, that takes him out!
Amazing.
That took someone out. That killed someone. Oh, shift a little left, man.
He's got no one to arrange the shots for him, though.
That's the issue. But he's landing really well. He's got 2 kills with it, so or 1 kill and 1 down.
Thought I just heard some northern shots, but I guess that was just the wind.
I think if... Yeah, so Red 4 captured the 2 points. So currently it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points for Red 4, 1 point for Blue 4.
No, I'm not imagining things. Blue 4 is trying to snipe the pilot out with their...
Brilliant.
With their 338 here, and Pierce, I think, noticed, and he's trying to fly off now.
Yeah, so... Kicking myself.
Pierce also doing his classic, he has the back open. Some things Pierce pulls with that is sometimes he'll put a sniper in the vehicle. He'll hover the vehicle and have the sniper start shooting at people. It's a
Excuse me, I did that first on FNF. That
oh,
was
okay.
That was
I'm sorry.
Gimmick.
I'm sorry.
I put that out first, and I got a kill with it.
Yes, you did. Pupper puts a GL. Thankfully, it was a smoke, because if that was real, it would have potentially killed 3 or 4 friendlies.
I think it was a...
Yeah, he's reloading the 30. He's got a 302 system. He's not realizing... Oh, this could be funny. I don't think it's going to impact the victory that Op4 is going to have here, but... Brewer shooting at a Hunt IR to knock it out. I think Pupper, he sees the SUV and he thinks that this is all an enemy garrison.
Okay, so maximum amount of points Blue 4 can get is 4, whereas Red 4 have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upon capturing this objective. If Lolo is somehow able to do it and capture it, which I doubt, they'll be on 6 points. Are you hearing that?
What, the distant shots from the sniper team still trying to engage the helicopter?
No, I thought I just heard someone is talking to us. I'm hearing someone else, like a third person.
No, someone might be on your whisper list talking to you. I muted all my whispers ever since someone tried to troll me back in like 2017. And I've never not turned them off, or back on.
You can mute those?
Yeah, I forget how though, because I did it back in 2017.
That makes sense.
Looks like, yeah, Captain Morgan just came up, other Op4 came up to realize that might have been red on red.
I think what I'm seeing is they're out of 8 explosive rounds. Oh no, there's a bunch on the floor. I don't know if there's a smoke, so... But he doesn't seem to be firing anymore.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly cash in a check. TLDR, Bloodwind has always had to borrow money from me, and since I'm such a good boo, I don't give her any interest or bullshit. But oh, Lolo finds Beast and takes him out. Hold up. We don't need to talk about IRL. Lolo's here to...
I'm really interested in this now.
All right, this is where Lolo becomes the best player in HK. I'm calling it. Will Lolo channel his inner Audrey Hotto and be able...
No, you can't use, I don't think you can use Audrey Hotto. It's not FNF. We need a new Audrey Hotto.
We need an Audrey Hotto. I'm holding out for an Audrey till the end of the night. He's got to be strong, he's got to be smooth, and he's got to have a fresh mag. I need an Audrey Hotto. Damn, that thing is bulletproof.
It thinks it's fucking bulletproof.
Six sword!
Dead. I think I can blame you for that.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah, he did also try and shoot the bulletproof vehicle.
Yes. Well, people don't realize that it's bulletproof. That's why whenever I put that vehicle in my ops, I always know that, hey, it's... if I'm giving the player base that, it's pretty powerful, but...
Korvac fired one off.
Oh, another mortar?
Yep.
Multi-kill. Multi-kill. Multi-kill.
Here it comes, I think.
I mean, if it splashes proper, I hope he gets 10 kills.
Oh, he's so close.
I know. What the hell's Morgan firing at?
They think it's a person. Oh, he fired another.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Gets a knockout, but you got to remember, it's a 60 millimeter. It's not the 81 millimeter that we're used to, so the effects are going to be less. And the shrapnel of...
There's a bus. They have the battle bus.
Oh my god, yes. Deploy the battle bus. Even though it's given the standard 81 millimeter explosions here, it's just not a... Wow! He hit the bus. He hit the freaking bus.
He hit the bus.
But it did nothing other than disable the bus. Oh.
Here comes
Yes! Oh my god. It knocks Pupper out. I think he got a kill with it because I'm only seeing 3 people running instead of 4. The battle bus has been destroyed. That is honestly incredible.
He did it. He got the battle bus. Yeah, cool. Yeah, they're tearing it up now, I think.
All right, we can add 1 bus kill to Blue 4 here. It's now the battered bus, not the battle bus.
Oh, they're still landing. They just fired off the rest of them. They're landing in the...
yeah, I don't think they have contact with a sniper team, so they're probably just spraying this objective down to prevent Op 4 from trying to capture it at this point.
They have just abandoned Pupper. But Conrad 1 are going to move. That was pretty good work. But I mean, obviously it's not, you know, they haven't won the game with it, nor did they get an entire team wipe. But they did some, they got shots with it, which I think is more than anything. So if Blue 4 are able to hold this last objective,
oh, now they're oh, this should be good.
With 4 points, they're driving straight in. That's beautiful. Hey guys. Okay, they come over. They're coming to ask if they're
Hello, friendlies in Cherno. There goes Sam. Here comes the M134 minigun car. I'm not sure why it's not spraying it. There it is.
Hey, Korvac got another, which is...
You gotta remember, these SUVs are also up armored and bulletproof. Yeah. if they're using the ones from the same faction.
Yeah, look at how there's no damage texture on that, and it just took like a nade and also a spray from... Anyway, Korvac did get killed there. He got it with a grenade, which is ironic.
How is it ironic?
Because he was using a mortar before.
Ah, that's fair.
But
double tap with the 134 for good measure. Morgan's like, hey, can you stop? We're trying to clear that. We don't want to get sprayed down.
Okay, so before I was rudely interrupted by Korvac. If Blue 4 were to somehow hold Scrapyard, it would be 4 points for them. If Red 4 decide to turn their attention and attack the Scrapyard and capture it, it will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points for Red 4 to 1, which is 10, and that's how adding works, everyone. I just watched a bird spawn. I knew they weren't real. But what this does do is if on the other side, so Pierce's plan has worked here. He correctly saw what Blue 4's plan was and has stopped them in their tracks. And if Kilo is not able to do that on the turnaround, then this will not look great for his statistics.
Yeah, because At this rate, Kilo's only going to be able to get 1 point on the board, so as long as Op4 can get more than 1 point in the board next round. And that's kind of ironic, because Kilo stomped Pierce out in their first fight, and now Pierce has kind of put it on reversal and is going to stomp Kilo out in the second fight.
Well, actually, the difference is Kilo 10-0'd Pierce, and this time it's a 9-1, so technically Kilo is still winning. Well, he 20-0'd him if we think about it technically. Sorry, I can't give Pierce anything. You must understand.
Now we're just here. What map? If you type !map, you'll be able to find it, but otherwise it's, I think, Niakala, if I remember correctly. But that's for the exact spelling, so.
Someone told me it was cockfights, and I found that funnier.
Wait, what?
Someone told me, I asked what map it was, and someone just said cockfights. And
I know, I don't.
But it has.
It does have all the funny names like Fish House and.
Which is why I call
Mike's Place.
When you go into my chat and put !map, it will just read out cockfights.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Any info about tomorrow's weekly? What do you mean by that, Ham? I do like Kevin's position here. I always like being on top of the dump truck. Oh yeah, I need to put something out for the Wednesday for tomorrow. I just haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it specifically yet because there's a few options. Otherwise, we'll have some more stuff.
Currently have Korvac in my TeamSpeak pokes saying, I was cheated, they should have died in that fucking bus, it was full of people.
And again, it was a 60mm, not an 81mm, and the damage texture is kind of, yeah, that's just how the game works. Pierce now doing a landing here.
I've seen Pierce do these landings before, and it got them banned from FNF.
Pierce now getting shot at. He's still committing to it. Kermit gets flung out the window.
I just called him Kermit. Look what you've done to me.
I know, you're welcome.
Kermit just fell out the window.
I know, I watched it happen.
Beautiful.
Blue 4 have 3 players still up. Op 4 have at least 7 or 8 times that number. Kremit fails a wake-up check because I saw his body move a little bit. Camera Twig King running into double tap.
But actually, no, this was actually beautiful from Kremit. He's managed to make his way outside the building.
And avoid being double tapped. The unfortunate thing is someone still probably needs to medic him to get back up because they already failed a wake-up check.
Oh no, he's been found. Oh no, has he? He might be in a perfect hiding spot.
Oh, instead they spot another Blue 4 player and pick him off. Kremit the Frog here, just laying with the trash.
Kremit the Frog here.
No, it's Kremit the Frog.
Kremit the Frog here.
He's the one Miss Piggy sees on the side.
Oh yeah, that's what was happening. Kermit came home, so Kremit had to roll out.
so Kremit jumps out the second story window. Oh my god. Alright, we got Ezio.
And you've got Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Kremit just failed another wake-up check. Twig jumping on the roof. Ezio. The issue with Ezio's position is as soon as I think he sees Twig King right now, but as soon as Kevin shoots his gun, I was calling him Ezio, my bad, it's Kevin. As soon as he shoots his gun. I mean, the one issue about this and how it's ramped is if you get a grenade in here, it's just gonna roll in and kill you. That's the one issue with that position.
You know what? The good thing about this position, if someone does nade you, is it's much easier to pick it up and throw it out.
Ezio's still trying to snipe the chopper. It looks like none of Op4 noticed, though, and Kevin gets spotted by Twig King, and Twig takes him out. I just called him Ezio again. Frick, Kevin.
Now
Kevin.
You just keep calling people different names.
I know, I'm horrible. Just need someone to run up there and throw a grenade into double tap at this point.
Well, anyway, look at it. It is 9 to 1.
Ezio shoots again, trying to hit the damn chopper.
Hey, let him have his fun. If he believes he can do it, he can do it.
I would laugh if he actually made the shot on Pierce.
I think if he made the shot on Pierce, I think officially it has to go to blue 4.
And a grenade double taps the body in there. Kremet still failing his wake-up check.
Look, Kremet isn't failing his wake-up.
Ezio gets spotted and
Kremet
taken out by Fury.
Kremet is
That's
simply
game.
playing dead in order to avoid Kermit the Frog. And also Twig is peeking down. I don't know how Twig went down, but he went down.
I think he died in... Yeah, you're right, he is on con. How did...
I don't know.
How did... But all of Blue 4... Oh, maybe... Ezio did look in his direction. I think maybe Ezio did get a shot on him before he got knocked out. So I think that's what happened, but it's GG, yep. So 1-9. Holy crap. With 21 Op4 remaining. That's nuts.
Demivar, the person who died at the start, was killed because he walked up behind and then became a part of Blue 4 for 30 seconds.
All right. First victory, first game, somehow goes to Pierce. All right. I'm going to switch the music up too. All right, while we do this, I will be
What?
write a check.
Who you write a check to?
Myself.
That's epic. Callback. Poke me. Tasper still leads in team kills, but I earned that bus kill. Sure thing. Callback. Sure thing.
Twig King saying he has willed Pierce to victory. That's funny. Make sure you slot up, Dream. You okay, buddy? Getting enough sleep?
No, God no. I have to go to a.
Me too.
I have to go to a sleep psychologist. That's how bad my sleep is. I'm basically immune to sleeping pills.
Pierce just poked me to say easy win. Just replied, great job, now do it again. Get revenge. Since Kilo stomped your ass last time.
Yeah, like I said though, it's not going to be a 10. It's not going to be 20-0 because
replies
Kilo
back,
point.
nervous, shaking.
Technically, Pierce can't watch him because he didn't get 10-0. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm writing myself a check here.
Can you write me one as well?
You know, funny enough, there would actually be additional fees if I gave you a check because they'd have to. Your bank would come up with some bullshit reason to charge you money for converting it to pounds or whatever the heck sterlings you use.
The dollar is worth less than the pound, more than the pound.
Dollar's worth less than the pound, if I recall correctly.
Less than the pound, yeah.
Yeah, but
So
no,
every time I get a fucking Twitch payout, which, mind you, is like once every 6 years.
Yeah, because they only pay you out when you reach $100, if I recall correctly.
50 now.
Oh, it's 50 now? That's nice.
Yeah, they loaded 50. They always have it in dollars. I always have it. I have to get it converted, and then I have withdrawal fees.
Yeah. Crap. 1850000. So basically,
Liru,
some adulting.
Please do not read out any, sensitive bank information.
I'm not, and if I did, I would read yours. Yes, I know. I was reading out the amount I was doing. I'm not gonna read out my frickin' bank details. That would be funny. But no, this is an accounting thing for myself. So Bloodway and I, we have a joint account for the house. So every month she pays her half, I pay my half. And the reason I do it all through basically writing myself a check and then taking pictures of the check. And hold on, my phone just glitched out. But this helps me like constantly check my account every month just to make sure there's no fraud or any other BS. But plus I find it funny because my original bank was Cardinal Bank before it got bought up by United, so all of my checks are in Cardinal. But funny enough, you can make a check out of anything as long as you have your routing and account number. And then you just sign it like you would, and a bank would accept it as long as there's a number to draw money from. So I, as a joke, once wrote it on a napkin that was on my desk, and then auto-deposited it, and then my bank still confirmed it. And I'm like, oh, that's funny as fuck. So I can just write it on napkins if I feel like it.
When I was younger, I always thought, it was like, if people could just cash checks, why don't people write £1 million on them? That was like an actual question I asked, like, an adult once.
Well, obviously, it's, against things like fraud. That's why checks, especially with mobile deposit, have limits of only like 10 or 15,000, depending on your bank, and you can sometimes negotiate for more, but there's measures in place to kind of prevent that, but c'est la vie. So back to my original conversation I was having. Bloodway knows me because ever since we got this house, I've been having to go a little more into my pocket to get stuff, and she pays me back over time. But that's because, as soon as we got the house, it was it was a funny domino effect of she didn't have enough money to start furniture and furnishing the house, so I dipped into my pocket from there. I'm just glad that I kind of cleared out my investment portfolio and then kept a bit on the side. I was going to try to save up and immediately go back in, but COVID hit, and that kind of helped me pulling out of the market because I lost a good chunk, but, still made money at the end of 3 years. But it helped me from, immediately getting back in. But from there, it was other things for the house itself, and then helping her with her college payments so she can get her master's and blah, blah, blah. But I'm proud of her because in 2 weeks, she's going to be done with her master's. And she just had her annual check-in meeting, and she's getting a 5, not including her master's yet. That's going to be a different conversation, I think, in, like, May when she officially gets the title. But she got a 5% raise. She got a bonus, and she now makes, I think this year she's going to finally make more than me at 6 figures.
Let's fucking go.
So I'm happy about that because for the past 2 years, I've been, I haven't really been able to rebuild my investment portfolio because I've been having to, help maintain all the finances here. But now over the next few months, I'll be able to finally start doing that because I want to get a car and all this other crazy stuff. But
guys, Liru's gonna become a princess.
Hey, that's what I told her because she's in a big government contracting company. And it's funny because some of the stuff her company designs, I play with an Arma 3, and she's writing one of her papers right now about potentially some more stuff into that, which actually, now that I think about, can't talk about. But just with what her company does and partnering with, it's an interesting paper. Like the thesis of it, or the general purpose of it, is basically tying in more simulation stuff with actual military stuff. So it's actually a deep dive in what I do for a living, but then like a business side of it to make it like a government contract. It's cool. But anyway, I could brag about her all day. But she, for Valentine's Day, made me a 5-course dinner.
Sorry,
And
sorry. Can I just butt in very quickly? I know this isn't necessarily what you're thinking of, but I just thought, imagine in the future, in like 10 years' time, Liru is training the Greek Special Forces on Arma 3. So hey guys, welcome back to the stream. Today we're training.
When I was at the Greek embassy, people knew me, and that was kind of terrifying. Anyway, I'm gonna digress now.
Hey guys, welcome back
Basically,
to the stream.
when she finishes up, shut up, Dream. I don't want to think about it. But she made me a 5-course meal for Valentine's Day, so now I'm gonna hit her back with one in a few weeks, and she knows it's coming because I'm horrible at lying to her. But you know, that I'm gonna basically use some of the money she just gave me to treat her, because she basically got a good raise, even though it doesn't beat inflation, because inflation was like 8%. But you know, you can always quiet quit and get like a 20 to 50% raise at a new company. But I digress. I'm gonna make her a 5-course meal now. Does she work with VBS? Yes. So because you mention it, Hobo, I will say the paper does involve VBS. It's a deep dive in VBS, and I know things about it because of other things that actually, I don't even think I'm supposed to talk about that. But anyway,
I have no clue what that is, but Sparky in my chat said VBS 4 instructor, and now I was like, oh, that's the same thing. So that means something.
So
Words mean words.
VBS is basically the commercial version of Arma 3. The non-commercial. If Arma 3 is the commercial version, VBS is the more private one for actual militaries, PMCs, like actual training software. Fuck, I'm trying to think. I think that's the only thing I can say, really. Anyway.
Guys, Liru's going to be teaching the Greek Special Forces.
No, I'm not. I should make that into a total meme op, though. Someone write that in a DM to me on Discord. Where I'm totally going to write that as a meme op now.
I'm going to DM you right now, just Liru trains the Greek Special Forces.
Oh
Everyone has to speak Greek.
The scary thing... Anyway, this PvP round's going to be with Kilo and Pierce. Yeah! Wow! I'm going to have to cut all that out of the VOD, but yay! Anyway.
We're going to start the game. So how the teams decide? They randomly select or demands get turn choosing players' communities? No, they are randomly selected. So it is a little bit
VBS is the $10,000 version.
At least that's, I'm fairly certain.
Because when
how
you're
it
building
is. It's a bit
governments,
like FNF, they do the numbers and then they, pick the communities to level out the numbers as much as they can. Because if commanders were to pick, then you'd just see the same people be picked on the team every week, week in, week out. And at least with randomization, it is fair to more of an extent. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Isn't it weird how FNF is what 3 hours long, 3-4?
Yeah. Well, that's because they do 3 rounds at like 50 minutes each with a 15-minute safe start. So safe starts alone is going to be near like 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah, and then you have this, which is literally just 2 missions, which are an hour each, and it still feels like it's longer.
Anyway. Thank you for the DM on it, Dream. Here's the thing. I want to get back into MCO as well, and I have my mind set on a Siege of Jadokville, because that was also technically the first MCO style op I ever played when Bassbeard hosted back in the day.
Geez,
but I kind of want to bring that back.
That's the first. I think that is the official first time I ever met you.
Yeah.
I think I ran up behind you and went, "Oh hi, where are the enemies?" And I think you just looked at me and in dead silence and went everywhere.
Yeah, because they were literally surrounding us. But
everywhere, and I went, "That's fair," and then I ran away. That was it. That was the first time me and Liru interacted, and oh god, how old was I? That was 2020. Yeah, end of 2020. I was 19 years old.
That would have put me at, God, drinking age. No, a few years past that, but that's fine.
I recently told a few people my age recently, and I think I said it on your stream or whatever, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? You're 21?" And then I got people going like, "I thought he was 35." I was like, oh. It's in my description under my Twitch.
1 second.
Oh yeah, I stopped playing Arma 3 in 2013 when it first came out. Yay, we're in.
Sorry, I was writing something out to my chat because there's one thing that I mentioned, and again, probably shouldn't be talking about that, but don't worry about it.
Why am I? No, I don't have to know.
Look, just
actually, I can
actual. How do I word this? So people that watch Vix and I play in the 506, for example, you know that Vix is very easygoing, blah blah blah, and she's a riot, but she's an actual captain in the army, blah blah blah. So just imagine a lot of those types of personalities in an Arma 3 op, because people are really, really laid back in the military, funny enough. But when funny shit happens, everyone just kind of breaks character and starts laughing their asses.
If funny shit happens, funny shit will happen, and people will laugh at it. But it's just about then what the hardest thing for armor ops is then reining
Dreadnought,
it
you'd have to ask her.
and it not becoming the focal point of an operation.
Well, she recently got transferred. Now she's going to be doing stuff with Apaches.
You must play with so many more like actual veterans or people actively in the army.
But let's start with the round. Let's start with the round. All right, we're getting off topic. So we have Pierce now commanding Blue 4, Kilo now commanding Op 4. What did Blue 4 choose for their vehicles? I don't see. Okay, no, I do see the M134 miniguns. We need to find out if they took the drone. They took the drone. All right, so they have the AR-2 darter down. Let's look at Op 4's choices here, and then we'll quickly break down the round.
What the fuck is the event? I'm trying to find out what they could pick. Okay, yeah, so as you said before, Blue 4 have a choice between the mortar or an AR-2 drone, and Op 4 have the choice of a UAZ SPG-9 or FPV-AT drone.
Real quick.
Or Gaz Vodnik, yep.
So let's just say what both sides had for the sake of argument here. It's I think a mirror match, except for Blue 4 are choosing the drone instead of the mortar. Because Op 4, I see the KPVT on the Gaz, and I see the transport helicopter as well.
So they've gone for unarmed and KPVT Gaz.
Yeah, but we didn't see the KPVT at all in the previous round. I'm going to be honest.
No. Maybe they did take the drone then.
I don't...
Or maybe they did,
I don't really...
They took it.
I don't see much of a use for it unless they find a decent choke point for it. But at the same time, if there's an AR-2 out, it kind of nullifies it if Blue 4 properly do recon. But again, it's all situational. We can predict all we want in the booth, but yeah.
I can see why you wouldn't take the SPG-9. That thing takes
because especially with the previous round, how CQC it was in the jungle, I feel like that turns people off from really trying to lock down these open fields. And plus, we're playing with a bunch of really good PvPers. I almost said professional, but then I remembered Scandy Recon was here. But, you know, no one's going to be really trying to walk through open fields. Yes, we do have Pierce here, but was Pierce really doing that this round? Or last round? Not really. So...
Well, technically, he landed in an open field and then moved across it.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to land a helicopter in a non-open field tree.
Yeah, but then he decided to stick to the open field.
Okay. Anyway, let's go over how this round works. So Blue 4 is basically going up a route and scoring points along the way. So after safe start ends, they have 10 minutes to secure this first position here. That gets them 1 point. another 10 minutes pass at the 20-minute mark. This position here worth another point. 30 minutes pass at the 30-minute mark, excuse me, another 10 points. That's worth 1 point. 40-minute mark, Mike's place, that's worth 2 points. 50-minute mark, 10 minutes passed. This bridgehead's worth 2 points, and then the scrapyard at the end, at the 60-minute, at the end of the round, again, clarifying, is worth 3 points. So in the previous round, Pierce was able to get all but 1 point as Blue 4. So now Pierce only needs to make sure he gets more than 1 point in this round, and he's golden.
More than 1 point, sorry. Yeah, so that he will get 1 point off the first objective, but Red 4 are going to have to secure the second and third objective.
Red 4 have no choice but to do some sort of force split here to hold the second objective and then somehow have enough to hold the remaining objectives and kind of hope that they're right, because Op 4 just needs to sneak a force around and play turtle, and they'll win.
I think if they're able to
it's always a mirror match to try to keep it even.
They will then have, and you know, it's not a big firefight, because again, it all depends on how Blue 4 decide to react if they do take Objective 2, because that's what happened. Like Blue 4 completely ignored Objective 2 last time and just went straight north, which I think, without capturing those small points that built you up points, I think that was sort of another bit where sort of Blue 4 faltered. I think it was also just good PvP on Red 4's side, but
yeah, it didn't help that Scandi evenly traded out with 19th in the beginning and just weren't able to get into a proper position. Pierce got lucky with his initial infantry placements and were able to find where Blue 4 was maneuvering and stop him, but I mean, it's just created such an uphill battle for Kilo, and you already see he's mirroring what Pierce did. He's in the chopper, he's going to fly people around, directly control them. But you see that chopper is completely loaded, and I bet you they're going to rush to the second position, because that's the only choice he has at this point.
Yeah, so the second position is probably going to be, and I have found the bus. The bus is at the second position. That's where the bus came from originally. So they do have ways to get in and out there, bar this helicopter. So they pretty much have to come down south and come to sector objective 2.
Excuse me. Real quick, I got to explain something in my chat. For the sake of the prediction and the scoring, I'm not basing it who wins the overall event. This is still going to be per the round. So if Pierce gets 2 points, he will win the week technically when you combine it with the other round. But for the sake of the round, Kilo will technically win by a point advantage. So don't put all your points on Pierce thinking you're going to automatically win because he has such a huge advantage. I'm still doing it round per round. I don't want anyone to get blindsided with that.
Yeah, Blue 4 have opted to leave 1 crew back. Nope, they're just completely... Oh, no, okay, you have more crews. But
I'd imagine they're just going to leave the rear group there and then just immediately rush out, take Zone 2, and we see them rushing out more. Might try to grab some of the helipads or whatnot, but at least be in a position to counter any defense that Op 4 puts on. And you see Kilo rushing to it, but Blue 4, they know to blitz with the vehicles, and they're going to get it.
And they've also got those miniguns, and if that helicopter gets closer, it's just gonna be fucking... Yeah, as you can see, the helicopter's coming in. I think they're probably gonna do a landing there, but surely if they...
I don't think Blue 4 sees the helicopter in the distance, though, because the tree's blocking the sight.
But look how far they're... I don't know. Okay, so Blue 4 are just leaving single-man teams behind to control it. So I imagine Marcus or this team are going to pass through, and then you're going to have another team stop to make sure the first 2 they've dropped off.
I'm going to be honest, Pierce is rushing a lot harder than we saw Kilo in the beginning, and I'm going to be honest, Pierce is very, very good with rush plays. He got banned from commanding for a while in FNF because he rushed so hard that he got bulldozed in that mission because he rushed so aggressively. Because if you rush too aggressively, you just kind of drive blindly into the enemy when they have a defensive position, get slaughtered. But here, that aggression really is working out for Pierce, and he's able to get a lot of territory opening up before Op 4 can even get close to the side they need to defend here. So I think Blue 4's in a good spot.
There is a reason they, whenever Pierce is commanding, it goes from Friday night fights to friendly night fights. Because the amount of blue on blue that happens in a Pierce rush play.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, look, Blue 4 just made a line. They don't need to care about anything else. And it seems, Pierce and Nuzzy are just going to hold back, capture this first one. Maybe then it'll continue like that. Surely they must have heard the helicopter getting out of the vehicle. Because I don't think the helicopter would have been able to take off in time for them to not hear it. Unless they didn't turn off their engines in time. But Red 4 making their way down the road, will they come past Mike's place, or do you think? I don't know. Look, it's really not in it. The way the map is set out, it's really not in Kilo's favor, especially because he will be that 1 point. He's got 2 point a 2 point deficit. He's got the 1 point he can drop, but then as soon as he loses that second point, he's lost. And he's going to lose that first point. Just about how Pierce is driving. Oh no, they have.
We could see Op4 loop around though and still take the second position. Blue 4's gone way too aggressive with this push and not super defensive on the objectives. Pierce opting not to play it safe and play it super aggressive, but we could see Blue 4 ambush this convoy coming in.
So here's the interesting thing that you said before. Pierce, a lot of his plans are very much, he likes to predict what the other team are going to do.
Right.
So maybe he's now here tried to predict that Red 4 are just going to be here when they meet him, and now that because they're not here, it's gonna change that fact, and it's gonna hurt them further on down. So I think we have 5 minutes till first point.
You gotta also remember there is a darter drone somewhere in the sky, and we're not gonna be able to see it from the spectator interface.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What team would he have given it to, though, is a real question.
Yeah. So 4.5 minutes before that first point gets scored. Op4, we see them rushing through.
Lolo's going to come through here, straight to Beatrix 2 to Beatrix 2. Any of these two have AT? No, it's Twig King's group. And they have one AT, it's Cam Red.
I just wonder how quickly we might see Blue 4 fold in to cover the road, because we're about to see Captain Morgan's group.
Yep. Who's got the AT here? Here comes Whiteside. He's got that. He's got the big AT. Is he gonna get the shot in time?
There it is. Full squad just got wiped.
That is, yep. Alexander, Zoni, Flux, and Korvac with Sam and BJ Lolo the last remaining. I'm gonna very quickly drop out of this and message Korvac on TeamSpeak Lamau.
Okay. Brewer now spotting some Op4 in the open here. I think you watched Nannard walk by. He's potentially going to catch these other 3 Op4 guys coming in, unless they spotted him. It is the Op4 sniper. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. They're just scoped, though, but they're starting to come into the bush here. And again, Op4 doesn't really have a choice with that rush because they have to kind of book it. But Op4 should have at least kept their helicopter in play and tried to do some point recon. But again, it's really dark and it's hard to spot stuff, so I get it.
I also think driving
Nannard walks up to Brewer, and Brewer shoots him, and then Brewer gets shot. That was an interesting play.
Fair enough. Yeah, no,
What the hell is the point of that?
I think driving down the middle of the road was a pretty poor choice as well.
Yeah, they didn't. Again, they don't really have a choice though, because they have to rush into that objective. Op4, meanwhile, starting to engage Twig King's group. No, they're not. They're engaging across the road. They're taking out some of the convoy. You got grenades being thrown on them. Twig King starts engaging. Lolo and another guy get dropped. Twig King's group had a perfect position here, and they were wiping a majority of that group. AT even being fired to disable their vehicle. The Django managed to get a shot on Skeeta and knock him out.
And Crazy. Got them both. 2 for 1.
Great double tap, but they might be able to wake back up. I hear the 134 firing. It's firing at the helicopter. That's Conrad 1 trying to track. Oh, he gets the knockout! No freaking way! Kilo jumps out!
Kilo jumped out! Oh, you got the parachute!
Oh my god. How did...
slide.
That's bullshit. What happened? Why didn't it explode? Periscope! Oh. You know, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that's some good flying right there, especially when you're unconscious.
I've never seen an Mi-8 land that hard and survive. Actually.
Upside down. It's a rule of thumb. If you ever seen a helicopter rolling in armor and it
explodes.
Down,
it's supposed to explode.
It's going to explode. This breaks all laws of Armor 3.
I've never seen this. I have to assume Kevin's lagging out or something. Because this should, by everything I know about Arma 3, this has to explode.
By every law.
By every...
He should be dead.
How is that thing still alive? Restart the mission! Helicopter no explode!
Maybe Kevin is just that strong. He used his body to... Do you know what the funniest part about this is? Now, not including the fact that the fuel tank is also probably completely out, is the fact that if they were able to flip this, they could repair it.
Yeah.
That is something, yeah, they could
If
do
it
that.
flips, I'm assuming it's going to blow up, though, because that's so weird. But anyway, Nick and Nicholas are able to get Oddball and Whiteside. Op4 having 3 or 4 different engagements at a time. Now we're down to 2 here. We have some even trades in play.
Over it, yeah. Blue 4 took out that entire Red 4 squad.
Yeah.
Took out the other entire Red 4 squad.
But Blue 4, we have a lot of knockouts everywhere as well. Op4 now trying to still save face here, but it's a very tough call. But I'm going to be honest, that chopper bailout was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. It's going to be absolutely useless for the rest of the game. There's 10 seconds left before the first point is captured.
Yep.
And Red 4 actually have the second the closest team.
Wonder is alone on this hill.
There you go. It's been checked.
He's trying to line up a shot on Camred. And you missed. You Wonder. Me boy. Me boy. Wonder. How could you?
Wonder. Boy Wonder. So Red 4 actually have the closest team to the second objective now, which if I'm Nemesis, it's Marlon, Jamara, and Nem down here. I'm coming straight towards it, getting in there.
I got some suppressive fire coming out by Aja, and he's with his 134 vehicle. I don't know. There's just this massive Blue 4 force to the north. Op4's done a decent job of carving out what they can, but with that initial ambush, there's just so many down on Op4. It's... I feel like it's just going to turn and become a slaughter, but we could see something bounce back.
Well, that's the thing. Blue 4 don't hold any object. Well, they're not necessarily inside any objectives to hold them, but they haven't won because they need one more point, and then it's over. Then it's just about.
And Op4, they do have forces close to the objective, so they could still run in and try to prevent it, but from there, Blue 4 is right on top of the next objective. I'm just really struggling to see how we could see this advance here. Yeah, it's because of that massive Op4 team that's all uncon right now.
I think people are just shooting for the sake of shooting now.
Op4, I'd assume Kilo's desperately trying to rally. I still can't believe this is still alive. Like, he has to be desyncing. Like, there's...
I don't think
every second this thing stays unexploded is just another bitch slap to my face of how Arma 3 physics work. Like,
Arma 3 physics.
What the hell?
Every couple years, Arma 3 physics will just change.
Flex switch. AT randomly fired here. It's just... Alright, Blue 4 finally moving up to the next position. Op4, we have a few guys in the middle of this decently sized Blue 4 group. We could still see a bit of an upset that delays it for Op4 the win, and then it's just going to be up to the northern groups to somehow push back through a superior Blue 4 force. I'm not saying Op4 is dead in the water here. There is still a chance, but someone's going to have to really step up, and the difficulty is who here? I mean, we have Cheeseburg, we got Pogo_, 2 really good players, but we got Ivnomain, Demovar, Bluck. Like, these are really, really good units here.
Yeah, we're not writing off Red 4, but because of the last round and how this round has started, it's a mountain.
Oh, he finally bled out of that chopper. Cheeseburger finds and knocks Ash out. Pogo_ potentially took fire. We got Ezio down back here, but We need to see Op4 somehow get a spray on this northern group, and if no main gets the drop on Cheeseburger, because Blue 4 just have control of this ridge here. We're still seeing suppressive fire, and there's eventually a double tap. Op4 7 minutes away from that objective. You got Op4 Scandia Recon folding into that objective. They could get Pierce, and we could see some sort of upset. But again, both sides are relatively on foot right now. And I don't think there's any Op4 really thinking about transitioning to the next objective either. They're just all kind of stuck into the zone. Kilo's folded in. And you got Arakiru starting to walk onto his position.
Do you know what's funny about Kilo? Is that he has technically been charged with team killing.
Yeah, the helicopter, even though the helicopter hasn't exploded.
Yeah.
It's still... It's so weird. That's so
Maybe
weird.
Maybe it is decent. Maybe you are right. And,
Arakiru walks onto Kilo. Kilo gets the turnaround! Alright, Luck's on Kilo's side. Can he maintain it?
and keep...
Scandy, you have 5 minutes to sneak onto the objective. There's just a Vic there, and then there's the battle bus. Scandy could take it and try to drive by. More Op4 folding in, but... Can Scandy properly maneuver? They have Iander on AT. No, it's Germa on AT. Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Okay,
Pogo underscore in the Hornet's Nest.
There are 5 minutes remaining, and it is Pierce and I think Nazi are the only two on the last objective that once captured, it will be game. Yeah, you're right. Nemesis, Marlon, and Jamara are all making their way. So if they're able to take them out and take out Command for Blue 4 and also capture this objective, it then becomes a bit more level. Not totally level, but...
Again, even if... I feel like Op4 might actually be able to stop the scoring of this zone and get the point, but... How do they get to the next one? That's the real tough part, because Op4 needs to score every point here to tie the game. Not the round, but the entire match, so... Blue 4 just blindly suppressing. Alright, it's going to be up to Germa to get the AT hit on the vehicle. They should see that there is a driver. They get the snipe!
The driver
that was Arakiru. Pierce's...
Driver is sleeping. Driver is still asleep. Driver is sleeping.
Pierce! Pierce!
Oh my god.
Pierce, what are you doing?
He's not dead.
He's napping.
He was
He's
napping.
EP.
I kind of want him...
$20 he was tabbed out.
Or
he was AFK.
Thank you, Dad, for the 28 months of Twitch Prime. So I just like doing that whenever it happens.
Oh, that's nice, though. I wish I had that with my dad. Anyway, ask your dad if he still wants me to stab you.
Dad, you still want Liru to stab me? You can say yes, it's okay.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Isn't dead, but my god.
Well, here's the thing. Op4 now have a bulletproof SUV, though the front windshield's been shot out, but they could drive that to the next objective. Because that thing might be AT-proof. Pierce woke back up! Oh, Jerma's pulling the AT out! He fires it over! No freaking way! No freaking way! Pierce's bullshit luck!
Fuck it. My dad said not yet. I owe him lots of money.
Damn.
Okay. Still got some time left.
Blue 4 folding some units in, though. They've got a few minutes to potentially turn this around, but Op4 are in good defensive positioning.
Oh,
I can't believe that just happened. Yeah, of course it has to be Pierce here.
Look, that's why you always put more than one shot into someone's head.
Yeah, to make sure they're dead. Looking up here, it looks like Pogo underscore was taken out, but I see a few more knockouts to the north, so they're at least trying their best here, but now there's no one close enough to get to the next objective. Blue 4 have 3 people on top. Op4 honestly need a miracle to stay in the game past this objective.
Jesus Christ.
Op4 Command, I believe, is also dead. We just had Zicky get a kill. Zicky's on 4 kills, by the way. Nick shooting at Pierce here. That's making him bail out of this zone. But you got Fonz and T coming in. But whoever has the number advantage in the zone will get the points, and Op4 up to 3, so unless Blue 4 can get some knockouts, maybe have Fonz go ahead and try to score. Fonz gets spotted and knocked out. And double tap for good measure, so I think Op4 are at least going to prevent that zone.
Yeah, Op4 are at least going to prevent losing to the first two objectives, but considering the entire north... Yeah, the entire north Op4 has been knocked out, and actually looking at it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Henry
5
knocked out.
Op4 left, not counting the downs.
Yep. I just find it really funny how this is mirrored the last time we saw Kilo and Pierce go at it in the previous fight.
Yeah.
It was...
Well, again, as much as I don't want to sound like a broken record, I'm not going to give it to Pierce solely on the fact that, you know, he got 20 and 0'd.
True, he did get 20 and 0. That was pretty funny. But
also, I would like to say, Kevin died and did not explode, so it was not a desync issue. The helicopter just survived that.
It hurts my brain, man.
That hurts my brain as well.
Gotcha, Zero. Okay. I thought you owed him money, not the other way around, but I understand. You know what's funny? Major Khan... Oh, I think Major Khan knows Kremit's up here. This is a sniper fight.
Oh, no.
Without the sniper. I think Major hears him. He's got the handgun out. Both sides... Pierce rushed back in and somehow made both sides fail that objective.
Incredible.
So Pierce somehow nullified the point, and he's won the week. And dodges another RPG.
Wait, yeah, how did it know? Oh, was it because Marlon's down and Settler's not in?
I think, yeah. He made it 2-2.
I guess T and Papa... Wait, where did he go? Where did Pierce go? Oh,
yeah, he died to prevent
Tree.
Blue 4 from winning. Yeah, Tree won, and then T gets knocked out, but that's GG for the week, but we still got to see how the round plays out.
Is it GG for the week? The point technically didn't go to either of them. It's
Yeah, but Blue 4 need a perfect... Hold on, Major Khan finds Kremit. Kremit tries to no-scope him, but Major Khan uses his handgun.
Boo, Major Khan, boo. Boo.
I liked it personally.
Yeah, well, I think they should have
Should I had a no-scope fight?
Yeah, classic Call of Duty.
Settler finds and eliminates the other Blue 4 player here.
Major Khan
Bloodwing's begging me for pizza right now.
Begging or making?
Begging.
Damn. What pizza are you gonna get? Where are you gonna get it from? Local or a chain?
Probably a chain.
What do you get? Domino's?
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to tell her that we're trying to lose weight because we both gained a few pounds after, you know, a lot of fun dinners. And we're also trying to save money, so what the hell?
Oh no. Well, Liru's dead tonight. He said no to food.
The woman.
Whammon.
Liru, let's lose weight. Okay, baby. Liru, let's order pizza. Didn't you just say we wanted to lose weight? Yeah, but pizza.
Are you calling me fat?
Yeah, or something like that happens, and I have to go, no. Wait.
Wait.
Oh, Beast found Max and sprays his ass down. Well, technically his head. And Op4's down to 4 players left, and they got people right on top of the position for the final, and yeah, it's... Oh, boy.
Can Gamara, Nemesis, and Marlon, and Settler channel their...
You can't group curse them. It doesn't work that way.
Well, I'm not trying to group curse them. I'm trying to, like, group bomb them. Because you have Marlon and Nemesis, who were in Scandi Recon, who was what, and Adriado was in. And you have Settler and Jamara, who are just there, and they can come together.
So, I mean, they could still... I think the SUV is still potentially usable, because they're probably not going to take the battle bus. Dem gets knocked out. Germa gets Camrad knocked out with some shots from Malin as well. And there's the double tap. We still have Op 4 trickling. Oh, we got Zicky coming, though.
Oh, Zicky's mad.
Head player of HK these days.
4 kills. I'm wrong. He was the one who hit the RPG, I think. Was he? No, who was the one who hit the RPG? Took out that entire squad.
Was it Aja?
No, I don't think it was Arja. No, it might have been Killer, you know. No, it was someone in one of the squads who had one of Killer's RPGs. So
yeah, it was the RPG team.
Who's just gotten 4 kills from somewhere else.
Yep.
And we just didn't notice.
Yeah, the trickling in.
Nemesis wakes back up, Marlon gets him back up, and they're all moving in. Killer's gonna spot you.
Grenade gets thrown in, that might catch Zicky. Zicky folds over, he gets the kill. Germa throwing a grenade. Not sure if Zicky noticed. Oh, Zicky runs into the open and gets dropped by it.
Do you keep calling him Germa?
Well, that's his name, Germa.
Jamara.
No.
Jamera.
No.
Gamera. Yeah, look.
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
It says Germa.
No, it doesn't. It says Gamera.
No, it's Germa. I'm calling him Germa.
Okay, fine.
You're right, it's Jamera. I'm calling him Germa. Fuck.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Jamera. You look, how many people have I mispronounced the name of? All right.
Yeah,
Let's be for realsies here.
It's just, I've got to call you out on it. It's
no, I know.
just part of
People should call me out on it all the time, but I will always.
Settler is
it's Kermit, I swear. It's Killing Gowl. It's Killing Gowl, I swear.
Settler's abandoning Jamara and Nemesis.
Here comes Zixme.
Comes out of nowhere. Also, my dad said I've lost over a stone in weight. It's either a good diet or I've got cancer. Thanks, Dad.
Jesus.
That's a nice thing to say in my Twitch chat. That's an aid.
Not the bus! Oh, he just killed the driver of the battle bus! No! It was Nemesis, the poor old man. The boss cooks off. Germa gets the final kill. Oh, not the battle bus. Oh, Jamera is now Germa in my opinion, but he's on 5 kills. Will the cook-off of the battle bus kill him in an explosion? Find out.
Will the cook-off channel its inner...
Ah, I was kind of hoping, but that's okay.
By the way, for anyone wondering, I love absolutely just shitting on Marlon every chance I get because he gets to do it to me and he gets to do it worse. So I just messaged him Lamau in all caps and he put "We are so angry," and I'm now going to reply to him skill issue.
Alright, there's 4 people coming down on Jamera. I'm just gonna call him Germa for the rest of the round.
Can Germa?
I don't know if that nullifies a caster curse, though.
Yeah, if you just get their name wrong. Oh my god! Marlon's just brought up the greatest point ever.
What?
They drop an entire 2 ass mortars onto a bus and it doesn't blow up.
Yeah.
Jamara throws no, not Jamara.
A single frag grenade.
So it throws a secret frag grenade.
There's another
and
player.
Shoots it a couple times and it
And
just
it blows
explodes.
up. Yep. Get wrecked. The Virgin 60mm mortar, the Chad grenade.
The Chad frag grenade. Chad frag grenade and 3 5.56 bullets.
Into Nemesis's face.
Into Nemesis's face, which also it blew up the vehicle.
All right, well, I think it's safe to say who's going to win this round based off of who's playing the points. So,
yeah. Red 4 are pretty much done it.
If any moderators want to pay it off to Blue 4, we can wrap that up. Yeah. So, That was interesting. Pierce somehow won both rounds. Dream. This feels weird.
This feels weird. He didn't 10-0, so technically I'm still on the side that. You know what? No, you know who the true winner is today?
Who?
The fucking helicopter.
Shut the fuck up about that. I don't want to remember that, ever. Alright? That's the black sheep of my memory. The fact a helicopter, an Mi-8, a freaking Mi-8, plows into the ground on its ass, or no, on its freaking rotor, breaks the rotor but doesn't explode. And when I look at it, there's no evidence of a damaged texture other than the damn rotor being broken. Alright? That makes no sense to me. Like, literally a lick of sense. Like, nothing. Oh my god. Oh, the vehicle has to be dead. Here comes Killer. Oh my god. He ducked him. What is this?
This is Armor 3.
What is this?
Oh,
I think you just heard him.
Jamara just needs to pull out
there.
the RPG.
Yeah, so there's officially the West winning.
I would like to say, you didn't do FNF round 3.
No.
You missed Charlotte shooting someone point blank with an RPG, and it was beautiful. And that's what I want to happen here.
That sounds like a very Charlotte thing to do, not gonna lie. Pierce just spoke me saying, there you go.
Based.
No. No. Wait a minute. I think he just realized and went guns up. He's like, bro, wait. I just saw some dude. You're going to see Blue 4 turn around. Yep. German's like, wait a minute. Beast. Kick his ass. What?
Can Germa channel it in a
Aja, he's dead. Aja, he's dead. Oh my god.
Pierce, well done. You still got 20 and 0'd by the same dude, so you get no foot up.
Oh no.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm never gonna let you have that.
Well, you know, I learned to stop planning and embrace the
MVP Ziki with 5 kills.
I woke up 10 minutes before the event and drove in a straight line towards the enemy.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll BRB. Alright, ending it here. Might be back later for some mission dev. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to go make Bloodwing dinner because I'm the house husbando. Otherwise, cheers. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. Wah! That's all I got.